Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Jake Koonslaven at Captain Jake Aviation. Today is going to be a little bit of a different video for you guys. With this being said, I will have a separate playlist for these types of videos. This is going to be my hunting and fishing playlist that this video will be going on to. Yes, I'm still going to be doing my aviation videos also. So stay tuned on both playlists so that way you guys can keep up with what I'm doing. Today is an unboxing video involving the calls I'll be taking out this turkey season. So here it is for you guys. This is the equipment I'm taking with. With that being said, the company is called JT Calls. His company is based in the United States, so everything is American made. All his materials are American made, and he hand tunes all his calls himself, so he knows what they sound like as he ships them out the door. Here's the first look at the calls. I got a pot call, 3 mouth calls, 2 stickers, and a little personal item that Jake sent me. So first up is the pot call, guys. This is the pot call I got from Jake at JT Calls. The first impression I got from him is the boxing. I really like the boxing. Yes, I played on them a little bit just to make sure I know how to use them and whatnot. So this is the pot call. It's slate on one side and glass on the other, so you can use it when it's wet out. I got the mouth calls right here for you. There's 3 different ones. The split V, the batwing, and the combo cut. I hope you can see why they call them each of those names. I like how they're also color coded. On the back side of this, it also gives you a brief explanation what he expects them to basically be used for, or they all have different purposes. I also got 2 stickers from Jake. Here's one with an American flag and some turkey prints on the back side, which I really like as a personal touch, and a little turkey in the upper left corner. The second sticker I got was just a camo sticker with his logo, which I think is pretty neat, and a little personal touch he sent me. It was just a thank you, Jake. Hope you have a good season, and I hope you love the calls. So thank you, Jake. With that being said, I'm going to try out every single one of these calls on video so you guys can see what they sound like, and that way you guys can get a little bit of a better understanding on how to run them. By no means, I am not an expert, so don't expect me to be an expert. Starting with the pot call. Like I said, I really like the boxing, and when I first took it out of the package to see, to try to play with it and stuff, I noticed that in the upper corner up here, up top, I'll try to get that to focus, up top there, he made some scratches already. I'll point to him exactly. I know I did some scratches on here already, but right there, he already did some testing on this to make sure it worked. And also on the back side, I kind of just scratched over his too, but he also did that little mark right there and saw what it sounded like before he sent it to me. So I really like that he tests and tunes them himself before he ships them out, so that way he knows what they sound like. A tip I'm going to give you guys for playing on the pot call: make sure you keep your fingers up and off the bottom of the pot call, because that's how it makes it sound. And do not hold the striker at a straight 90. It's hard to stay consistent. You can't really get a sound. You have to really angle that striker at a 45, and mostly keep it on the edge, so that way you get the highs and the lows of the yelp. Here's a little example. On the back side, the glass, like I said, it was waterproof already. I really like the design on the back. That's kind of cool too. Hold it around the edge like this, so that way you're not covering up the holes. This one also works off of friction and vibration, so if you cover up the holes, you dampen the sound. If you want to dampen the sound, go for it, but it's ultimately your choice in the end. But here is the glass. So just kind of a brief overview of this pot call. I like how the glass side gives you a little bit more of a rasp. When I've been playing with it, I get a little bit more of a rasp and a lot different tone ranges on the glass side. The slate, I think personally, it's like any other slate. You know, it produces a great sound. It's not like any ordinary slate, but it's what you can expect from a slate in general. So that is the pot call, guys. Another little thing that I want to mention, this striker is just a one-piece striker. It's just one solid piece of wood with a little friction tip at the end, so that way it can produce a sound. But yeah, this is the pot call. Now moving into the mouth calls. Split V is this one. Like I said before, I'm no expert, so don't judge right away. If you got any helpful tips for me, please send them. I really like to know. I like to improve whenever I can, so all the help is appreciated. Finally, that's a split V cut. What I like about this one is that it has a lot of rasp, and it's pretty easy to get that rasp out of this call on the front end and back end. So I think this will be my first call of choice when trying to get a gobbler in closer from 200 yards or so. I think this will be my first choice in the mouth calls, just because I think it's super easy to get a sound right away. Secondly, the batwing. I hope you guys can see why they call it that. It kind of looks like a batwing. Once again, that's the batwing. There you can see a little bit out of the case. What I like about this call is I can get very, very quiet. What I've noticed playing around with it, I can get super quiet and still be able to get that rasp on both ends of the yelp. Me personally, I'll be using this when they get closer, so I can call a little quieter, and so I can still get the rasp I need that I can get out of the V cut. The combo cut, like I just mentioned, is a little harder for me to call with. I'm not quite sure why. I guess I really haven't figured it out yet. I think it's just the way the air flows over my tongue and over these reeds. It doesn't really match up perfectly, I think personally. Everybody's a little different when it comes to these mouth calls, but here's the combo cut from JT Calls. I bet you guys can hear it in the video, but I can't really get the rasp out of this call. Any tips or pointers, I'd greatly appreciate it. It's a great call, it feels great, but I just think the way it's cut isn't really designed for my mouth. I think more of my air flows down the center, so that's why I don't think I can get the rasp out of it like I should. But like I said, any tips, any pointers, I'll greatly appreciate it. So guys, that's a little review of the calls I got from JT Calls. Like I said, go check him out, go give him a follow, subscribe, order some of his stuff. As of right now, I'm really liking the products and I can't wait to use them in the field. I think they're gonna produce a gobbler this season, hopefully for me. I'll be taking a turkey trip this upcoming weekend, and I'll be able to put these to the test, especially this glass side. I've never had a glass pot call. So it's supposed to be a little bit wet this weekend. So I can't wait to put that to the test and make sure it stays true to his word, you know. I'm pretty sure it will, but I guess we'll find out. Thank you guys, stay tuned. I'm gonna post my turkey hunt also after I'm done. I'm gonna video the whole trip. So stay tuned. Thank you guys for checking me out. I hope you stay tuned on the rest of my YouTube channel, both playlists, hopefully, my aviation playlist and my hunting and fishing playlist. So have a good night. Thank you guys.